We are back now with some life lessons that will come in handy during the holiday season. Actually, just year-round, generally speaking. We're going to talk about how we can stress less right now. And here to help us do that, board-certified psychiatrist and author of Practical Optimism, Dr. Sue Varma, one of our favorites here. We always feel better after we've spent some time with Dr. Varma. Best part is you don't send us a bill. We're going to talk about stress, but you maintain that a lot of stress is basically just mindset. Why is mindset so crucial?
Mindset is everything. It impacts how hard we persist in the face of failure, how quickly we pick ourselves up, how do we interact with people, how do we view the world. And we know that people who have an optimistic mindset are more likely to turn their outlooks into outcomes, and specifically positive outlooks into positive outcomes. Okay. Of course, mindset isn't the be-all, end-all. You have to actually act and back it up with real, actionable, proactive strategies, but it all begins with mindset.
An optimistic mindset.
Exactly.
What about when it comes to stress? I feel like I'm not stressed until after I get through a period of time and I'm like, oh, wow, I guess I was pretty stressed there. Like, how can we really assess what's going on?
Yes. And Dylan, I'm so glad you brought that up, because so many people in the midst of chaos are just go, go, go. The adrenaline is pushing them through. And I remember back, in my pre-med days, it wasn't until the semester was over that I was like, oh, my God. And that's when a lot of people are getting sick, right? You get a flu or you catch a cold because your immune system is down. So the key is in the moment to be able to check in with yourself and kind of do a 360 assessment if you have the time. Sometimes it's only 15 minutes, but find a quiet space, declutter, sit on your desk, get a piece of paper and pencil out and say, which areas of my life would I like to focus on? How are things going on in my relationships with my children, with my spouse, with my friends? Because that's a lot of the friendships often get back burner because of our busyness with as being a parent and professional. And then sometimes invite a trusted person and say, how do you think I'm doing? Because then you'll find out, oh, I'm noticing you're losing your fuse, or like you're getting short-tempered with me. So get that 360 assessment, personal life, professional life, goals, spirituality, all of that.
Yeah. Now, if you find yourself, Doc, in that space, how do you get yourself out of it? I mean, it almost seems like in some ways physically removing yourself is a way to go.
Yes, and also getting out of your own head, because we spend a lot of time, people have 30,000 thoughts a day, right? Wow. And a lot of them can be negative.
No. I gotta catch up.
They're ruminating, right? So in order to get out of your head, I would say a couple of things. One is spend time in nature. I find that to be the very quickest way. Even a city park bench can go a long way. There's a lot of chemicals that are released by the trees in the air that can be immune boosting, lowering your anxiety, lowering your blood pressure, 2 hours a week, and they can be 20-minute blocks. The other thing is, when is the last time you experienced a sense of awe? Going to a museum, going to a Broadway show, going to a play, listening to music, even turning music on at home, listening to opera, classical music, anything, pop, rock, that says, oh my God, somebody did a lot of great work here, and it's not all about me. Yeah. I know you have Kool and the Gang here, and I was excited to see that, right?
That'll be our all moment today.
Yeah.
Museums.
That's a great tip. How do we, Dr. Varma, how do we give ourselves some grace? And I find myself struggling with this sometimes as well. Like, I think we can all be really hard on ourselves.
Totally. And I see that a lot in my practice. I notice that when you're high achieving, you want to do really well. We beat ourselves up and we say, like, what could I have done better? And the key here is, number one, observe, be mindful of the negative thoughts that are berating. The other thing I would say is accept them as part of common humanity. Which one of us has not screwed up at some point in our life, right? So recognizing I'm not the first, I'm not going to be the last. And then what are you going to do to act? So even this is a brief self-compassion exercise that in 10 minutes you're ready to rock and roll and say, all right, I'm going to move forward with this, because you don't want to get stuck and paralyzed. You want to have an action plan and move forward.
Dr. Varma, great tips.
Great.
All right.
Thank you.
Gosh.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.